I'm Jason Stettner of Gamerheadquarters, and this is.
I'm Tim Jones, Head of Creative for Rebellion.
Thanks for taking the time. And during all my interviews, I like to leave the first opening spot just for you to say a bit about the game for those that might not know about it.
Okay, I'm here to show Sniper Elite 4, which is the latest iteration in Sniper Elite. It's our biggest and best Sniper Elite to date, and it's set in Italy, 1943, World War II, and if you like sniping, it's the game for you.
Excellent. Could you tell us a bit about the opening of the story and just kind of get us a setting and the characters that we're looking at in this entry?
Okay, so the story, as I mentioned, takes place in 1943. It's actually pretty much directly after the campaign in Sniper Elite 3, which was in North Africa, but this time we're moving across the Mediterranean into Italy. You play Carl Fairburn again, who's the undercover operative working for the Allies, doing sort of undercover missions, working ahead of enemy lines, behind enemy lines, and in this case, this is before the main Allied assault on Italy. So Italy itself isn't the what you normally expect to see of the war-torn, like ruins landscape of a World War II game. It's actually we've got some really stunning, beautiful environments, sort of mountain valleys, seaside towns. You know, there's sort of more industrial dockyards and things, but monasteries and a huge variety of places in which you've basically got to deal with the Nazi occupation and take out various objectives in any way you see fit.
Excellent. So I actually played a bit earlier. What was the process behind the design and just the build of the scope of the world? And what kind of environmental aspects were you looking for in making players have their own choice within the environment?
Well, it's always important to us to improve on what we've done before, and we're always striving to make it as sort of non-linear an experience as possible. So with the level design on this one, we've made big open environments, lots of routes and options through them, and we've really pushed on the sort of the verticality available as well. So you can sort of you get into high spots, onto rooftops, into sniping towers and mountains and things, so you can get really great sniping positions to take out the enemy. And because we're on the current consoles and PC, and we're not on PlayStation 3 or 360 anymore, we've really been able to take the gloves off technologically, which allows us to deal with much bigger environments. All the enemies, all the enemy AI, they're all active in the environment all the time, which can be upwards of 100 characters. Which means we're not pulling any tricks to sort of spawn guys in as you come around corners to keep the performance going. It's like it's all happening, which gives us a much more emergent behaviour. So we completely rework the AI as well to make it as human as we can, while still maintaining fun gameplay. So they'll pay attention to see dead bodies, and they'll react and alert their mates and their buddies. And so a lot depends on how you choose to approach the mission. But we hope we've just given you lots and lots of options about how to tackle it, whether you want to go loud, guns blazing. Don't totally recommend, but you can do if you want. Or if you want to spend the whole time being really methodical, hiding in the bushes, staying low, marking your targets, taking them out silently one by one, hiding your shots in the loud sounds of the environment if you want to time it really carefully and make sure no one sees you. Then that's open to you as well.
Excellent, thanks for that. As far as gunplay and the great death animations, what kind of changes and tweaks or improvements have we seen in this fourth entry?
Well, we're always refining and improving the gunplay and the ballistics. The kill cams in particular, obviously they're a fan favourite, and we've souped them up even further. So we've got loads more detail in the way the bones and the skeleton body can sort of break no matter what angle your bullet goes at and where it goes through. The organs themselves are really meticulously modelled, so they deform and deflate and puncture as the bullet goes through. But we've also introduced some other new kill cams as well. So the melee kills, stealth kills up close. We've introduced X-ray kill cams onto those as well, so you can see the knife going into the heart or into the brain or whatever Carl does when he takes them out. And we've also introduced kill cams for things like traps and mines as well. So if you place down a mine to get an unsuspecting Nazi, when they step on it, you'll cut to the explosion, showing you exactly what's going on. Shrapnel kill cams as well. Like if you take out explosives, and the shrapnel like catches an enemy, you see that penetrating their body as well. So it's quite intense and visceral and gruesome, but you know, it's very satisfying at the same time. And of course, if you want to turn all that off, you know, and just play with the straight shooter, you can do so. And we know some of our players prefer it that way, but we hope we're, you know, delivering something that everybody can enjoy. You know, if they like sniping.
One of the big things in the series that my friends and I enjoy is the zombies aspect. Is there anything that's going to spawn from Sniper Elite 4 that might somewhat be like that?
Well, who knows? You know, never say never. Certainly nothing we're announcing right now. But yeah, Zombie Army Trilogy has been like just blown us away with the success we've had with it, which is a particular thrill for me as a real horror movie geek. It's a labour of love to you know, bring zombies into Sniper Elite, and it's kind of found its own audience, which is brilliant. And yeah, I hope we get the opportunity to do some more.
Going back to the environment quickly, what kind of terrains or different weather conditions will we face in Sniper Elite 4?
Well, this is probably the most varied environments we've had in any Sniper Elite title so far. So we've got beautiful mountains and valleys, we've got forests, we've got fishing villages, seaside towns. We've got big sort of coastal like Nazi installations and you know, dockyards and castles, monasteries, all sorts of things, and additionally we've got some sort of daytime levels, we've got some misty levels, we've got nighttime levels as well. Your visibility, your stealth is heavily affected by, you know, your stance, like whether you're stood up or prone or crouched, but also by whether you're lighted by vegetation, but also the light levels as well, whether you're in light or shadow. And on the nighttime levels in particular, that really comes into play, where you're sneaking around in the darkness, shooting out the lights to try and maintain, like, you know, as much of an advantage over the enemy as possible. So yeah, we're really pleased with the way that's shaping up as well.
Cool. I'd like to thank you for taking the time. And as a final question that I do in all my interviews, I'd like to leave a little spot for you to say anything extra or anything I might have missed during the interview.
Okay, well, it's absolute, you know, pleasure to speak to you as well. All I'd like to say is look out for Sniper Elite 4 coming on February 14th, Valentine's Day 2017, on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
Thank you.